Hello and welcome to Made in Bluebell Wood, my YouTube channel. I'm Sarah. If you're new, then you're very welcome, and if you watched the previous tutorial, then thank you for watching number 2 of jar crafts basically. So number 2, it's not going to be long at all to explain to you. So I was looking around the house for inspiration. Obviously I've got all my jars hanging around, and I found some of these old fairies that I've had for quite a long time now. Some of them are quite faded and looking a bit tatty, and I really wanted to do something different with them. Now I've seen people do this with toys, and I thought, well, if you can do it with a little toy, why can't you do it with an ornament? So I made this, which I absolutely love, and it's another thing that's really beautiful but that also doubles as storage. I'm probably going to use this to start off with as more sort of decorative storage. So when I say decorative storage, I mean edible decorative storage. Because if it can be beautiful and storage and edible, you're ticking all my boxes there. So I'm just going to stuff these really nice marshmallow hearts into it, and I think they were from the pound shop. So I think I've squished as many in as I can there. There you go. How lovely does that look? And that would be really pretty as a display for Valentine's Day as well, that's coming up soon. So I'm just going to explain how I did that, and it was really, really simple. So I've got my old jar knocking about that I've washed. It's had the sniff test and it's fine. And I've got my old ornament that really I'm a bit fed up of. I love fairies. Everyone that knows me knows that I love fairies and all that fantasy kind of stuff. But sometimes I do hold on to things and I sort of get sick of the sight of them. So I thought, you need a makeover, lady. So all I did was I just literally washed and dried the jar out as normal and made sure that this was, you know, dust free. And I just got some super glue and literally just stuck her on there, okay, and I just left it overnight. Now I did try initially a glue gun, my trusty glue gun, but it failed. It literally just popped off. I think because it's ceramic and metal. So what I used was like a Gorilla type sort of super glue that was suitable for ceramic and metal. So I left that overnight, and then what I did was there was no painting involved. It's even easier than painting. I just used this Plastico matte spray paint. Now I've had this hanging around in the house for probably over a year. It was one of those things where I can't even remember the project I bought it for, because I always have projects going on in my head. Some of them get made, some of them don't, or some of them sort of go into idea limbo, you know. And all I did was I got a cardboard box and I put it in my kitchen. I made sure I opened the window so it was all really well ventilated, and I just popped the fairy in the great big box and I just gave her a spray, and then I'd walk away, careful not to breathe it in, close the door, and then go back later and just give her another spray and sort of turn her around, and you know, just to make sure you're spraying in all those little crevices. And I think I went in about 4 or 5 times in one evening. It dried really, really quickly, and it was really easy to use. So I would definitely recommend the Plastico. I think if I remember rightly, I bought it from somewhere like The Range, and I'm sure it was about £7 or £8. Knowing me, it could have possibly been on offer. And that really was it. You just glue it and then you spray it. And you could take it a step further. Now, I don't believe in less is more. Well, I do when it comes to things like makeup, but when it comes to decorating things and basically everything else in life, my mantra is more is more. I just can't help myself, and friends have been known to try and rein me in, but it's a hard job. So anyway, you could keep that entirely as it is because it looks absolutely beautiful. Maybe you could tie a ribbon around it, or maybe you could add some little flowers. So here we are with the fairy jar. And I've got a couple of options here. I've got this sort of fake plant that I bought for a different project. Again, it was very cheap, from somewhere like Amazon, I think. You know, you can just really sit and have some quiet time, and just sort of play about with things. You know, does she want some new hair? I don't know, maybe she does. Maybe you could wrap that around the jar. I'm going to try and rein it in. I really am. And we've got Valentine's Day coming up. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to have a go at just pulling some of these roses off. Now these roses do come on wire, which is really handy because you can sort of attach them to lots of different things quite easily, even if you haven't got a glue gun to hand. So I'm just literally, I think this is the type of thing they'll just look, it's going to look so pretty anyway you do it, to be honest. Because you're working with something so lovely to start off with, you know. So there we go. Pop another one there. And always try to work in odd numbers when designing things because odd numbers just sit right. Don't ask me why, they just do. And how pretty does that look? I even have some toadstools. Maybe we could add one of those. If I can pull this wire off, this is going to be a bit tougher. Oh no, it's not. There you go. Easy peasy. So yeah, I might just add a little toadstool. That was from China. And they were about 20 of them for like £1, or maybe even more than that for £1. I'm just going to add that. You could add any little flowers or any little things you have to hand in your craft stash. And keep building your craft stash if you're a new crafter, because you can never have too many things in your craft stash. How beautiful is she? And when your glue gun dries, you'll just find these little stringy bits of glue, so just very carefully pick them. There you go. Craft number 2 done. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it was nice and easy to follow. Please leave me a comment if you enjoyed it. Maybe give me a like, even subscribe if you are enjoying these tutorials so far and you would like to follow me and see what else I come up with. And I've got lots of ideas. So I hope you have a go, and I hope you was a bit inspired today to try something crafty. I'll see you soon.